Hello, this is VP Nursky with VP Hand from Above, coming to you guys with some more VP Gamers Gamecast. This is going to be a 2-cast replay set, I suppose we could put it as. It's going to be some pro team practice with some of the VP Gamers pro team players. So first spawning as the orange Zerg, we're going to be having VPChance. Then one of our other pro players spawning up here as the teal Terran is going to be VPCry, and this will be on the map Zelnaga Caverns.
Yes, it is, and this is VP Hand from Above. I will tell you what, guys. VPCry is the team captain. He is an amazing Terran. But I've gotten a chance to watch Chance. Yeah, chance to watch Chance. You caught that one. And he is impressive, to say the least, as a Zerg player.
Definitely. Both these players are very good players. Looks like Cry is actually going to be going for a low ground wall off. Maybe he wants to try and deny scouting. I do not believe this is the MLG version. Therefore, he actually will be able to wall off on the low ground here.
Yes, he does like that. I mean, he's got builds. I've done interviews with him for some stuff. He's got builds on top of builds. So if the Zerg does one thing or he's in this position, he kind of has a little bit of everything going on in that brain of his. So
it does look like it is going to be Chance going for a 14 hatch, so he's going to be going pool after hatch. It looks like a 14 hatch, 14 pool play. Shaping up here, trying to scout ahead with that drone, but he's going to be sorely disappointed when he gets to the front of Cry's base.
Yeah, definitely, because he's going to say, hey guys, you going to let me in? Nope.
We'll actually look at the vision here, and we'll see that he sees absolutely nothing.
So Cry can sit there and do whatever he wants in his base.
Yeah, Cry couldn't be hiding anything behind this build, is actually taking gas, starting his orbital command. Pool is now down for Chance, about quarter of the way done. So be interesting to see what Chance's response is going to be to this. I mean, with that low ground wall off, one could assume Terran could be either A, expanding, or B, teching, but really the responses to those things are so drastically different. I mean, it's really going to be anybody's guess which way Cry is going to go.
Well, I love how Cry does this. He's actually probably going to do a double wall off. Ever since he played Corp way back when, in one of the tournaments, the VP tournaments, and Corp mainly busted a supply depot, I've noticed Cry double walling off.
Yeah, which is actually a very smart play. If you're going to wall off on the low ground, you might want to consider walling off on the high ground as well. Zerg's still not going to really be able to see because they can't get up on your ramp, so you might as well wall off on the high ground as well. Gives you a much sturdier infrastructure. And he is indeed finishing that wall off on the high ground.
So, I mean, yeah, you can, great thing about Terran, lift your building up. Woohoo! If you really need to, lift it up and you have another wall.
Indeed. So, we do have a factory started up here. Be interesting to see if he's going to go for Hellions or tanks out of the factory. Probably wouldn't expect Thors at this point in the game. He's getting a tech lab, so we'll see which one he's going to do after the tech lab completes. I've been seeing a lot of people favor Hellion openings, so I wouldn't be surprised to see a Hellion opening this game. But we'll have to wait and see what he actually decides to produce out of it. We do have a link scouting forward. Gonna once again
better close that supply depot.
Does get it closed up. And we have Hellions, so with Blue Flame, so we're gonna have a Blue Flame Hellion opening into an expand. A very smart play by VPCry. Back at the base of Chance, he's kind of just chilling out right now, not really doing a whole lot of anything. Hasn't really committed to any tech yet.
That's all he's doing.
Just doing what you should be doing at this point in the game. Don't see any pressure necessarily coming sometime super soon, so just getting the macro going, pumping out those drones. Already up to 29 harvesters, so a decent sized harvester advantage for him.
And he's got 2 queens poop and creep. So what else can we want?
Not a whole lot more than that. I mean, he's got 4 queens out on the map already, so queens are pretty good. Defensive choice when you're not really sure what your opponent's doing instead of committing to tech. Just building some extra queens. They are pretty good at most early marine pressure. Do decently against early Hellion pressure. Blue Flame Hellions, though, he's definitely going to want a Roach Warren, and sure enough, look at that. Throwing a Roach Warren down at his natural. Very smart placement of that Roach Warren, actually. Going to help wall off his natural and make it harder for Hellions to do any damage, even though he doesn't even know the Hellions are coming yet. Maybe his Spidey sense are tingling.
His Zergy sense, we're going to say that. How about that?
Well, his Zergling skin is now frying, so that will definitely be the biggest tip-off that there is Blue Flame Hellions on the way.
And Blue Flame is just about to finish, so these 3 Hellions are going to drive on down and go, oh no, we're going to kill the Zerg first.
So it does pick that off. And look at this wall off. Hatchery, Roach Warren, Baneling Nest. Actually has the entrance to his main completely walled off. A brilliant play by Cry, or by Chance I should say. Cry can't get in there. Gotta be frustrated with that. And look at this on the other side. 2 queens and an evolution chamber walling off the other side. His drones are safe from anything.
Cry's gonna be like, come on, really?
Yeah, Cry must be frustrated a little bit with that. As we do look at the income tab really quick, we see 45 harvesters to just the 25 of Cry. So Chance jumping out to an early huge lead here. And just turtled up perfectly with this wall in of buildings.
I love it. I've never seen a Zerg do it. Or if I do, it's really rare. I'll tell you what, this is phenomenal play for a Zerg.
But a pretty good reaction by Cry. He's just going to expand behind this. Isn't committing to any more Hellions. Just has the 4 Hellions that he had before. Has a couple of barracks started up, so it looks like he's going to move into a little bit more of a bio play. Does also have a starport up. Going to be making some medevacs so he can try and do some drops. Maybe go for a main base drop so he can get past
Which he's
that
going
wall.
to do. He is that type of guy.
So we do have the medevac on the way. If we do look, there is an overlord on the edge there, so he could potentially see this drop on the mini-map depending on the angle that Cry decides to actually bring it in on. But look at that creep spread. Just blistering across the map. Zerg is taking over everything on the map
Wasn't
so
that what they're
quickly.
supposed to do?
It is, but this
They're
is
supposed to spread that purple jelly everywhere.
this is impressively good though. Those 4 queens are paying off huge for him right now. And we do have that drop on the way though in the meantime.
And look, it's going to get scouted. Oh boy.
Question is, how will he react to this? I actually don't see any movement from the Zerg. I mean, he should have seen it, but I'm not sure he actually noticed that it's coming. He's going to know it's coming now as the Hellions go into the base. Frying drones.
Oh, those drones are going down, guys. Real quick. Oh boy, but look at this.
Oh my lord.
He's moving all the drones to get rid of them, and he's got just enough roaches to dump them. And he takes off and losing 1. That hurts right there.
That was a lot of drones lost. Reproducing 8 drones right now. Behind in harvesters now, 34 to 38. So Cry getting some awesome stuff done with that drop that got missed by Chance. Chance still spreading creep forward though, spreading his forces forward. Maybe looking to do some kind of a counterplay if he can. But if we look in the base of Cry, he does have siege mode. Tank is out already. More tanks on the way. A little bit of a supply block though. A bit of a minor blunder by Cry there, actually forgetting a supply depot.
That's an oops. But yeah, I mean, honestly, he's got 2 more barracks coming up. I mean, we have speed almost done, some triple hooks, so we definitely have Baneling play coming. I mean, what more do you want out of the Zerg? I mean,
I want everything out of the Zerg. And
you're
it does
not
look
getting
like
anything.
It does look like Chance is going to get aggressive though in this game, building some Banelings with those roaches up at the front of the base. Sending 1 Ling forward to scout what is there. We'll see the siege tank. We'll see if he decides to actually push in with this or not. Does have a slight lead, 101 to the 86 of Cry. Back in the worker advantage, just barely. And just as I say that, he goes and proves me wrong by building a structure. Taking that third
Look at the
gold
dancing
base.
Banelings. He had a whole bunch of things dancing. And the siege just...
Oh, and the siege tanks are actually in a bad position. Unsieged, it's going to allow the roaches and the Banelings to move forward. Crushing through a couple of siege tanks, those Marines.
Behind the roaches.
They do have stim though. He can stim those Marines inside those bunkers. Has actually done so. Banelings moving forward, gonna kill. Oh, a ton of SCVs go down in this attack. Roach is still moving forward. It looks like he's gonna back up with the remainder of those roaches. Marines just so good against everything.
That Baneling bomb on those roaches or on the SCVs, that's deadly.
Yeah, that was a huge part of it. 36 harvesters of VPCry to just a 46 of Chance now. So Chance pulling in back into the lead in the harvester count. 6 more harvesters on the way, so he's going to be pulling even further ahead now.
Chance got his gold almost done, so I mean...
A pretty darn good position for Chance right now. Cry's going to actually have to get something done in the near future, and he actually really can't do anything because he lost all his tanks in that battle, just now getting a new siege tank out.
But one thing I can say for Cry, he is resilient when it comes to it. He does not say die until it is definitely game.
This is definitely true. I have actually played Cry in the past. Cry will not give up. He will never surrender. And we do have a drop on the way, which is one of the best ways for Terran to get back into a game.
And this is his normal drop of just straight Marines. So...
Now, Chance should spot this time, but we'll see if he actually notices it on the minimap. The last time he actually missed it entirely.
Let's see what he does, because here it comes. But see, he's got another. He's going for his gold as well at the same time, so he's trying to. And here comes a stim.
Does see it coming though. Is running forces forward. Already pulled all his drones off the mineral line. But a kind of bad angle for the Zerg player, and actually ends up killing nothing of the Terran forces, and then Cry's just gonna float right back out of the base.
Yep. I mean, and here we go. Now he's gonna take his gold, but he's gonna have to waste a scan at the gold to get rid of these 2 creep tumors.
Yeah, that creep just moving further and further forward, up on the edge there. More banelings. More lings. Not very many banelings with that army composition though. Just mostly lings and a handful of banelings with some roaches. And now a bunch more banelings joining the battle.
And there's the scan. He has to get rid of all those creep tumors. Now he's got to wait for the creep to
Yeah, very good decision by Chance. And Chance is actually going to push into this army.
Which is a great maneuver because all those siege tanks were not up yet.
Those Marines stimming away though. Banelings end up actually having to retreat. Engagement actually ends up putting Cry a little bit closer to Chance. I'm not sure that engagement was necessarily the best move for Chance, but definitely not a bad move. Does deny that third a little bit longer. Cry's still stuck on 2 bases.
But here comes a drop.
And that is a heck of a drop.
Drops.
One of those medevacs actually with nothing in it, but 3 of them fully loaded up with Marines. They're going to be going to Cry's 4th, which is not even completed yet.
You mean Chance's 4th?
Chance's 4th, yes, I do.
That's
Thank
okay,
you,
I still
sir.
love you, Whiskey.
I'm not sure you love me anymore.
I do.
I'm a little concerned.
Yeah, it's all good.
So we do have the force for Chance moving in, though.
We have mutas out there, so he does go some high, some low, which is a real smart move, but Chance figured that one out real quick.
Lost a lot of the mutas, though, in this engagement, but does save the base, so the mutas can be replaced. Might actually get some of these medevacs. We'll see. Not a lot of the mutas actually survived that battle, or these medevacs are in a lot more trouble.
Medevacs. Looks like he's going to get one. Does he? He didn't pick the right one with the Marines in it, though.
31-15. 11-7. Oh, and the Marines are going to shove off the mutas at the last possible second.
But Chance comes up and cleans up those Marines that had come to push the... So, I mean...
Do you have +1 air attack on the way for the Zerg? Infestation Pit is down. Has not gotten pathogen glands yet. Roach Warren, Baneling Nest, Baneling Speed obviously completed. 3 bases up. If we look at the income, 64-50, so a pretty sizable lead for the Zerg player right now. Cry just now finally trying to actually siege up in the middle of the map and get that 3rd up. I'd assume a planetary fortress in that position.
Oh, he's
Chance is actually pushing up with just straight lings, banelings, and roaches. He's going to push in that siege line.
Some of this right here. I mean, the roaches are doing their job and taking out the tanks.
And then just now here comes the mutas, but a little too little too late.
That was worthwhile.
Yeah, that actually ended up not being a very good engagement for Chance. Caught Cry back up in the army supply once again. Chance rebuilding up supply, really trying hard to deny that 3rd of the Terran, but I'm pretty darn sure it's going up now.
Oh yeah, because you got a planetary now. So planetaries equal death for anything small in a Zerg army.
We do have the mutas going forward. They're going to try and pick off some of the SCVs. Handful of Marines stemming forward, and the mutas are going to have to run away. Maybe got a couple of kills, and then, oh, a medevac drop actually picking off a bunch more of the mutas on the edge.
Oh boy, this is a...
Ling's running forward now.
He's running some Lings up there to get rid of them.
He's going to try and pick off this medevac. I'm not sure if he's actually going to get it in time.
He gets the full medevac!
Oh, he actually does manage to get that medevac. One of them will survive.
Boy. That was a full one, too. So that is 8 Marines frying to their death.
Frying, indeed. Looks like Cry's going to move forward again, pick off some more of those creep tumors. Doesn't want to let that creep encroach on him too much. Hero Ling tries to go in, but to no avail.
Siege tanks.
Now this is going to be a very important battle for Chance. Not a lot of Banelings, though. I'd like to see a couple more Banelings, and sure enough, here they are morphing. Pushing in a little bit and then backing up. He's going to have to be really careful about engaging this army right now. Oh, losing a whole bunch of his Lings and his Banelings without the other ones even morphed yet. I'm not sure that was a very wise decision by Chance. allows Cry to pull way into the lead. Now it does have one Infestor out, but it does not even have Fungal Growth because there's no Pathogen Glands
But
upgrade.
here comes the Banelings from behind, and they get rid of
They are going to clean up a majority of the Marines, so just 3 tanks left remaining. Those Lings trying desperately to clean up those tanks, but not quite going to be able to clean them up all the way. Just 2 Banelings up there to defend against all these Marines. And picked off before they can even get there. Needs to pull these drones. Drones dying left and right. A bunch of Lings. No Banelings, though. I'm not sure how well this is going to actually end up working for Chance.
It's working pretty well because he's getting a good surround here. And he cleans it right up.
Yeah, does pull himself a little bit back into it. Going to try and pick off that last tank. Does pick it off, but then he's going to lose the rest of the Lings to those Marines. Does have a bunch of Banelings morphing in the meantime back near his gold expansion. Trying desperately to keep this goal up. Has even taken the side expansions now, so up to 6 bases for the Zerg versus the 3 bases of the Terran.
I love Cry. He's got a 2-2 on the way for his Marines. So.
Yeah, Cry with 2-2 on the way. Just 2-1 for Chance. Has not started any other upgrades yet.
There's another little engagement. This whole little area is a hot zone for engagements.
This has become very tenuous at this point in the game. That medevac there is going to end up being free food for those queens if he doesn't get it out of there sometime soon.
Hey, Nursky.
What's up?
You know what I love about...
What do you love?
I love Broodlords.
You love Broodlords? And why do you love Broodlords?
Because we have a Greater Spire on the way.
We do indeed. A very good decision by Chance. He does see that he is going tank. Marine Broodlords do force the tanks to unsiege and or kill their entire army themselves. So definitely not an option there. If you stay siege, the Broodlords will kill you. But we do have a drop going on at the 4th of... Actually, the 5th of Chance. This game is getting
and there's one
absolutely
up in the other one, too. So there's double drops on both sides.
He actually retreats with all of those Lings, though, and lets those Marines kill a bunch of extra drones that they wouldn't have killed otherwise.
But he's killing off the one that wasn't mining at all right now.
But we do have another drop over on the left side of the map. Ends up picking off that base, taking Chance back down to just only 5 bases to the 3.
I love how we say
Cry.
only 5.
Only 5. As Cry goes to move to take his 4th base. Chances are going to really actually want to get that other base up, but he's going to push into the siege line of VPCry. This is not very advisable. This is actually going to put him even further behind. The game was starting to equalize a little bit, and he actually just threw away an entire army on that siege tank line. Broodlords are morphable.
They are ready to come in, but here comes...
Oh, and he's actually going to lose both his Corruptors.
Oh, that's a kick right there, because I know that's what he wanted to do.
Oh, and that gold base is going to go down.
But that's not going to happen.
No, definitely not going to happen here. This is a very problem situation for Chance. Doesn't have any army out on the map anywhere. Just lost that gold base. Had hardly any drones mining from that
another base, it looks like.
natural 3rd.
So he's down to 3 bases now.
Down to 3 bases, of which he is only mining from 1 end. Has barely anything there mining.
Oh boy, look at that. I think Cry just kind of clicked move, and he did not see all the...
Oh, lost a ton of Marines to those Lings and Banelings. But if we look at the income tab right now, the problem is Chance has not been reproducing his drones. So through all this harassment, Cry has pulled ahead 49 to just 37 harvesters of Chance. Chance trying to do a counter with these Lings to the main and natural of Cry. Almost gets up the ramp, but then decides to back down. Doesn't want to lose these Lings. It's basically the entirety of his army. I think he's just trying to delay right now. Those Lings are finally going to get trapped and lost. Cry swinging ahead. I honestly think at this point Chance is pretty much dead. I think he just overextended a couple of those pushes a little bit with those tanks, and it's just a matter of time now.
Yeah,
it would take a miracle for Chance to get back into this game. He is starting more upgrades, but already 2-2 for the Terran.
Here comes some Marines on the far side of the one good mining base he has.
And he's going to easily take this out.
Yep.
Oh, and a bunch of drones were being transferred there at the same time, and GG indeed.
Oh boy, what a game though. I mean, Chance was far ahead, and then a few bad clicks, and
yeah, that's all it takes. You can get way up, but if you get behind in upgrades, or if you just pick the wrong position to battle the opponent in, it can spell disaster for you. You just got a little overly aggressive at a point in the game where it was stabilizing a little bit. Lost way too much of his army to the siege tank line, and just allowed Cry to easily counter off of that. Picked off not only his gold mining base, but also picked off the 3rd natural base that he normally would have taken. and really just crippled Chance's ability to produce a mine. Had that last mining base actually cut off from his other 2 bases, and I mean, it's pretty much GG from there. One mistake cost Chance that whole game.
It's crazy how in the pro games it's that one little thing, and it's gonna bite you. And
It is indeed.
Great game though. Love watching these guys. We have a ton of pro replays coming to you guys later, but let's get to game number 2.
Yeah, indeed. We will see you guys there.
Yep.